boy howdy, this movie is going to raise a lot of interesting conversations amongst different religious groups. Despite what religion you believe in, I think there is one thing that we can all agree upon. In-N-Out Burger is overrated. I will die on that hill proudly. So, Heretic is the latest religious horror film from A24. Arguably a psychological thriller, but that's just me. The film is directed by Scott Beck and Brian Woods, and it stars Sophie Thatcher, Chloe East, and Hugh Grant. Two young missionaries become ensnared in a deadly game of cat and mouse when they knock on the door of the diabolical Mr. Reed. Trapped in his home, they must turn to their faith if they want to make it out alive. Now, Heretic is an A24 film that I've been eyeing for quite some time now. That first trailer alone did it for me, and I was really curious how this was all going to play out. From the tone, the atmosphere, the dialogue, and Hugh Grant, I knew there was no way this movie could fail. And I'm happy to report that Heretic is actually a pretty good movie. For the most part. Let's start with the shining star in this entire movie. Hugh Grant, man, there is nothing this man can't do. Seeing Hugh Grant play this wickedly insane yet charming character was such a treat. Because when you first see the guy on screen, you know off the rip that this guy is not all the way there. And as the movie goes forward, he starts to slowly unravel his psychotic behavior. And that built a lot of great tension in every scene that he's in. And his character is a bit unpredictable because you don't know, is he going to kill you? Is he going to interrogate you? You don't know what's next. If there is one thing this movie has taught me, is that you should never trust overly friendly people. And not only was Hugh Grant phenomenal, the two girls were great as well. Sophie Thatcher and Chloe East were just as good. Chloe East, who plays his sister Paxton, is the super religious girl that was practically born into this life. And then you have Sophie Thatcher, who plays his sister Barnes, who is someone who is still trying to find their religion as they progress forward in their life. And given with how sister Paxton and sister Barnes approaches this situation, you could argue that those two girls represent the fight or flight maneuver. But I think it really works for the two characters, and both Sophie Thatcher and Chloe East were incredible. This movie has some pretty good atmosphere and tone, which I expected. And majority of the movie takes place in this home, so you feel this level of claustrophobia throughout the entire film. And I think the movie did an outstanding job at capturing that. Can we take a moment to acknowledge how the sharp dialogue really helps elevate the tension? The first two acts of this movie are very, very heavy dialogue driven. But the crazy thing about it is that I felt tense. I didn't know what was going to happen. I feared for these girls. Because when you're having a conversation about religion, which is a very sensitive topic, with an overly friendly person that doesn't come across as genuine, yeah, the worst is bound to come. But not only did that dialogue build great tension, it was very well written and very brilliant at that, which loops into the conversation that this movie is trying to have with its audience. The concept of belief and disbelief. I gotta tell y'all, the conversations this movie brought up were quite fascinating. The movie's not trying to denounce religion or shame or bash religion, but rather it raises the question of, why do you believe in what you believe in? Do you believe in it because you were told that at such a young age? Or is that how you genuinely feel? Because there is a difference. Because when you put someone in a life or death situation, their morality is really going to get put to the test. But when someone brings up some very fair counter arguments, it really does put you in the hot seat in a way. Because if there is one thing this movie believes in, the most powerful aspect on this planet is control. But that is a conversation for a whole nother day. But I think the main question the movie wanted to ask the audience was, why do you believe in what you believe in? And how far are you willing to take that belief? And everything about this movie was going so well until the third act. So yeah, in Heretic, they had it and then they lost it. Well, kind of. There were things that happened in the third act that really made no sense. In fact, that third act, it kind of broke movie logic 101. Listen, I'm a man of God and I believe in miracles. But ladies and gentlemen, that was not a miracle. That was a plot convenience. Let's bring back the realism here for a sec, please. Did that third act ruin the movie for me? No. But it did leave a sour taste in my mouth more than the vomit being from Bean Boozled. But in the end, y'all, Heretic is a pretty solid horror movie. I enjoyed it. Great acting, great dialogue, great tension, great pacing. If you can look past the third act, I think you will truly enjoy this movie. So, plugging Heretic into the rank system, I am placing this one into the pass zone. But yeah, y'all, that is pretty much my review for Heretic. Let me know down in the comment section below what you guys thought about Heretic. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What is your favorite A24 horror film? Whatever you thought, let me know down in the comment section below. And as always, guys, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you all in the next one.